Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have another nifty weekly forecast video for you guys where we look at the markets, stocks which can be traded for the next week and for some good setups and try to predict and forecast where the markets would go the coming week. So today is the 8th, the Saturday, and to get an idea of the global sentiment, the US futures, the US stock markets ended at all-time highs, closed at all-time highs. This was backed because of a backdrop of reduced Fed tapering fears. So what does this mean? The Fed in USA assured that the interest rates wouldn't be increased in the near future and they would more or less remain constant. So this was a good news for the markets, and markets ended at all-time highs and closed there. But there was also a sharp miss in the US jobs data, which was almost expected to come out at 1 million but came out at 200,000, which is a very big miss. And due to this, the USD here, as you can see, dollar index future came under sharp selling. So this was the global sentiments for towards the end of the week. And what can we expect for next week? Let's look at our markets first. So Nifty, as we had drawn these trend lines here, Nifty was forming a channel, was trading in a channel, and yesterday on the last day of trading it has come out of the channel and it has formed a doji candle, as you can observe. And even on the weekly time frame, Nifty has formed a good bullish candle with a 1.3% gain. So these are all good signs. So when price breaks out of a pattern, when a pattern is being formed and price breaks out, initially there is confusion for a while, after that there is the breakout is confirmed. So here it looks like the doji candle was a confusion candle, and now since we cannot be fully bullish yet because this zone here is still an important zone here, and Nifty has been taking strong resistance from this 14,900 to 15,000 level. So until and unless this level is broken, we cannot be fully bullish on the index, just because the pattern has been broken out of. If this level is broken decisively, only then will we turn into fully bulls. So this was the analysis for Nifty. Nifty has broken out, formed a doji, and if it breaks above the 15,000 level, it's a very psychological, very strong level. The last time we broke out, markets fell down immediately, faced strong rejections from these levels. If again we go above these levels, then our next targets we could be looking at all-time highs in Nifty yet again. So in case the 15,000 level is broken, in case again this is another false breakout like last week's false breakout, then we will be back to our 14,500 range again. We will be in a range bound and volatile market yet again. So we had looked at 8 stocks last week, and out of the 8, I think there were 3 successful trades, 1 stop loss hit, and the remaining 4 were not triggered. So whenever I give you a stock trading idea, I don't just give you a buy or sell signal on it. I will show you the setup and I'll say if this stock happens to break this resistance or break this trend line, and if this happens and this plays out in the markets, then we can go long or then we can go short. So I give you a trade plan, not just a trade setup, and the plan came good for 4, and the other 4 the trades weren't triggered whatsoever. So for example, if I show you our plan in Jubilant Foods, so our plan was the stock was around this level. So our plan was, in case this trend line is broken, we will enter long and go for these targets for a channel continuation. But as you can see, this trend line was never broken and the stock has faced rejection from the trend line and fell down. So would we consider this an unsuccessful trade? No, because we didn't enter the trade at all, right? So similarly, 4 stocks out of the 8 which was suggested did not get triggered. 4 trades did not get triggered, and out of the other 4, 3 did well and there was 1 stop loss. So now let's look at some more stocks for this coming week. I have picked up more stocks, more in number, because only half of the stocks got triggered last week. So I thought a higher number of stocks in our watch list could give us more trades and good profits. So the first stock, we look at Aditya Birla Fashion. So Aditya Birla Fashion, as you can see, has been trading in a channel, and it has taken support from the support trend line, bounced up, and it's now facing resistance from this trend line right here. So if we go on the 1 hour charts, I will observe that there is a clear RSI divergence here. This is the RSI. As you can see, the stock has made new lows, whereas the RSI has given a bounce. So this is a reversal pattern, and we can expect stock to turn around from this point. Stock has already shown some good momentum, but again it is facing rejection from this trend line I have drawn here on the lower time frames. In case stock breaks out and gives a daily closing, again similar to Jubilant Foods, I showed you the example. If it gives a daily closing above this trend line to me, then my targets will be at this resistance trend line of the ascending channel. And the next stock, Asian Paints. We looked at Asian Paints last week as well. This was one of the stocks which hadn't triggered our trade out of the 4. This was one of the 4. So stock was around here, and we said, okay, if it breaks out of this consolidation, then of this triangle, then we can see good momentum on either side. But as you can see, the stock has continued to trade inside this triangle itself, and now it looks more likely that it will break out this week. And our major zones in case of a breakout will be our first zone. This is our first support zone. As you can see, in stocks, in case the stock breaks on the downside, it would come here, take a small rebound, and then continue its fall. So this would be an ideal zone to entry when it takes a small bounce from this support level. And in case of an upper breakout, the main zone to look at would be this zone, and the best entry which could be is when it breaks out, retest this zone, and that would entering on the retest would be a good idea. So this was Asian Paints. Now let's look at Mahindra and Mahindra. So Mahindra and Mahindra, as you can see, this is the daily chart, and on the daily chart this zone around 740 has been acting as a strong support zone, or here if you can see it's a resistance turn support again, has taken support thrice already. You can also observe RSI divergence here as shown in the charts. Stock made a new low here. From this low to this low, stock made a new low, but then as you can see the RSI has risen, which is a reversal, a sign of reversal, and then stock seems to be showing good momentum again. So I have already entered the stock, so even before this trend line was broken, I have already entered this, seeing this RSI divergence and the clear support. So the only major hurdle for this would be this trend line to me. In case this trend line is respected, maybe it will come down again and give me a good breakout, but in case it is there is a good probability that it will be broken out on this attempt itself. And my next major level would be this zone, even this whole area. So I will hold on to this. This is more of a positional or a swing trade. So my targets are in the range of 920 for this, and let's see how this plays out. And next stock, IGL. So IGL, as you can see, as shown, there is not much to explain, just a triangle pattern consolidation, and the break could happen on either side, but most likely this is the resistance area. It is facing resistance in this area itself currently, and if we see a breakout, it would be a concurrent breakout, as the trend line and the resistance zone both would be broken out at once, and this would give us a good momentum if this happens. So this is another trade idea, just a regular triangle consolidation pattern. Now Glenmark. Pharma sector did well this week compared to the other sectors, and Glenmark on the last trading session gave us a very good breakout. So this is a 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour charts, as you can see, this was a bull run, as in it has been forming a bull flag pattern. So this was the quick rise, and then it consolidated here, and then it has broken out again. So this is a classic example of a bull flag. So you can see that 590 zone, around 588 to 590, this was the strong resistance it has faced multiple times here. It broke out in the opening hours itself at 10:15 as this chart shows. So it broke out of the resistance, and then it has come down to retest it and take support, and on the last closing candle it has formed a hammer. So a hammer is again a reversal candlestick pattern, so we will expect the stock to go higher. So this is one of the high probability trades for this week, and I highly recommend that this can be taken, as the pharma sector as a whole has also been showing some good strength. Now let's look at Motherson Sumi. Motherson Sumi, this is the hourly time frame I'm looking at. Again, there is not much to explain here, just consolidation, triangle consolidation, and also a strong resistance at this area. So again, in case of a breakout on the upside, I will be interested to go long when stock goes retest this area and goes up further. So my ideal entry would be around these areas, and my targets would be around 240. So that is almost profits of 5%. 5% are my profit targets for this trade, and you can see the setup for yourself. Next stock. So this is Marks Financial. On the daily time frames, you can see that stock is in more or less a bull flag, right? So this was the support, this was the resistance. So price shot up, consolidated, and now is looking to break its previous highs. So if I go on the lower time frames, I can also observe that this trend line is being formed here. Stock is taking resistance around 930 levels, 930, 935 levels, and this is the trend line which is being formed. So my ideal scenario would be for the stock to come, this price to come back down to the trend line, take a bounce and break this resistance, and in case of a break, I would be willing to enter here at when the stock breaks the resistance and gives me a daily closing above the resistance. So wait for the daily closing, which is very important, so that you don't get stuck in a wick rejection as such. The next stock, Relaxo. So Relaxo on the daily time frames, we can see has been consolidating yet again here. Now why is this the zone I marked and not, why was this marked by me, and another possible zone could be this, right? Why did I not mark this? So the importance of this zone, the zone which is below, why is this more important to me than this zone above? So as I keep saying, the daily closing is very important to me. So the daily closing, if I see on the zone above, there is no daily closing in this zone. They were all wick rejections. So even if I observe this candle, it was just an opening price that was in this zone, but the daily closing was again in this zone itself. So if I see here, there are not much daily closings, or even when the price opened in this range, it came back down and closed. So that is why if I observe this, my highest daily closing is here, this green candle right here. So this is why I have marked this zone instead of the one on the top. So this is my important resistance to me, and also it is under at the 900 level, which is a very crucial psychological level. So there are two reasons for this zone to be important, and that is why I have marked these zones. And then you can also see a clear rising trend line which price has respected multiple times here as well, you can see. So my ideal scenario and an ideal entry would be on the break of this price and a closing above this resistance. So that was Relaxo. Now let's look at IDFC First Bank. Not IDFC, for IDFC. So IDFC on the 1 hour time frame, so it was on a downtrend. On the medium term or the short term, it was in a downtrend, and then here you can observe the RSI divergence that I have marked, and from that point itself, stock has sharply turned around. So if you observe the market structure here, you can see that this was a clear lower low and lower high formation, and here it has formed a higher high now. So this is a very good sign of a trend reversal for me in the short to medium term at least, and now I will be bullish on the stock after this has happened and it has broken its previous lower high. Now what is the plan now? So as you can see, again a bull flag consolidation type of formation happening in price. So this is the resistance around my 54 to 55 levels is my resistance zone currently. So in case of a break here, I would be more than willing to go long, and my targets for on a weekly basis would be around 58 here, which are the previous highs. So that was for IDFC. Now let's look at REC. So REC. Now for REC on the daily time frames, I have made a Fibonacci. I have marked my Fibonacci levels. So this was my main impulse wave. So from this low to this high right here, I have made my Fibonacci levels and marked them. So as you can see here, stock has been showing signs of turning around and bottoming out from the 0.5 Fibonacci level exactly. So this gives me an indication that maybe the stock is trying to turn around from here. Stock has corrected and maybe it is trying to continue going up. Now if I come on my lower time frames, I can see that the next resistance that the stock is taking is at the next level of 0.382. So this is the 0.382 retracement level, which is again a very important level, which has given supports to the stock previously also and is now giving resistance to it. So 132 level is a resistance to me, and this is the support trend line, and if it breaks, I will say that the retracement is complete and stock is back on its uptrend. Next stock, HCL. HCL again, same thing. I've drawn my Fibonacci levels, very similar, and stock has retraced now to the 0.618 level, not just the 0.5 level. So the 0.618 level is considered even more crucial than the 0.5 level, because a breaking of the 0.618 level kind of signifies a trend reversal, so which is unlikely to happen in current scenario with the market conditions. So 0.618 retracement level is considered a strong retracement, a deep retracement, and reversals from here are likely to happen. And if I go on the early time frame, there's not much to analyze here. Maybe you can see this trend line, this formation happening, but this is more than a trade. This is an investment opportunity, because HCL Tech, as you all know, is a fundamentally strong company, and these areas are good to enter. And for us, we can, in case you just want to take it up as a trade, our targets could be in the 1040 region. So this was HCL. Now let's look at DMart. So DMart again, if I look at the charts, so price showed strong momentum, and then not even a deep correction, just a slight correction. There was a period where it was coming down, where the bears were very much active, and then now stock is consolidating here. So if I go deeper into this and observe the market structure on the lower time frames, I can see that this 2960 levels have been acting as very strong, as a very strong support. So as a very strong resistance, my bad. So, and also I can observe this rising trend line on the 1 hour time frames. So in case this resistance is broken through, so this would be a very good trade, as if we observe the market structure, market has come down, market has consolidated in range, and then market has reversed from here. So this would be a bottoming out trade for us, and our next targets could be around the previous highs at 3300 or 3200, wherever you feel comfortable to book profits. Now our next stock, Alpha Labs. So again, similar to many other stocks here, bull run, consolidation, and now we're waiting for a break in the consolidation, and pretty self-explanatory, taking support at the 2800 region, and this trend line is acting as a resistance, and we are expecting a break on either side, and most likely on the upside, looking at the sector and the market sentiments right now. So I would be interested even if the stock breaks on the downside, and even look for shorting opportunities. So now the last stock, a very good opportunity here I can see. So Burger King. So Burger King has been highly underperforming since its initial days. So what is happening here? So clearly it has been taking support from these 130 regions. so around 125 to 130 has been giving it support, right? And now this is the resistance trendline I am observing. So here this would be a make or break trade. So in case the price breaks on the lower side, we will be back to the maybe 110 100 regions also. But in case the break is on the upside, I will target 150 or even the previous highs at 170. So this is a make or break trade and could either go very well in our direction or very well against our direction. So I would suggest that you trade in small quantities for this especially. So these were the stocks for today. Hope you liked the video and hope the week goes well for us. Thank you, and please like, share and subscribe if these videos are helping you guys. Thank you.